Wow, I did not think we would get that much suffering this week of Lacrosse. Regardless, though, as we all know, last week's episode showcased the character Suzu. We got to see her personality, her characterization, and how she became a selector. With this week's episode, we change perspectives. We change over to Chi and see how she became a selector, how she was dealing with after becoming a selector, and what's going on with her life. So it's pretty much what happened last week, but with a different character. That's exactly what this episode was. So from what we could see from now from these two episodes is that we have two main characters, two main female characters that are going to be progressing for their story and doing their own individual routes and their own development throughout the series. So Chi as a character, the suffering that she's currently going through is pretty fucked up. I mean, let's just cover it, okay? So this is a girl that's pushing herself because her father right now, he's constantly having to move and pack up and sell the house, changing jobs constantly. So all the pressure is falling upon Chi, our main female character. That's falling upon her to where she needs to work. She needs to do a 5 days a week job, which is very rough for a young student. Also going into a private school, having to do homework, prepare for college, tuition, all this type of stuff. She is constantly pushing herself. As a character, we see where she's constantly pushing herself, holding on, because she apparently can do everything because of what Suzu said to her in the past. And so her entire motivation and why she's constantly continued to progress down this path and did all this hard stuff was thanks to her friend in the past, her childhood friend Suzu, telling her she can do it. She wants to be like her. So she has constantly pushed herself to be even better, to be this person that's kind of like a symbol for Suzu that was her childhood friend. Now, after we see the events progress throughout this episode, after we see the, the characterization of how Chi has this type of life, how she has a busy life, how she's now a selector, and she's not really taking these selector matches that seriously. She's just thinking it's a game, it's nothing really that big, she just doesn't think too much about it. She's worried more about her life, her college life, her family life, the working situation, all that. She's worried more about that than the game, which I understand. I mean, games are not that important compared to, real life stuff you need to do, like your priorities. So when she was thinking about like that, I understood from her perspective, but at the same time though, when she finally realized what was going on here, when she started losing memories, when she started losing, and she realized she would disappear, she started freaking out, because she's like, holy shit, if I disappear, everything is gone. Everything I worked for is pretty much fucking gone. It's over. So right now she's in a dilemma to where if she doesn't win a match very soon, it's GG for her completely. But let's talk about what really happened to her before we get into the selector battles. So after everything was said and done, after she became a selector, after she's worked so hard, she, works 5 days a week, she's trying to, work extra hard in school for she can get those certain grades for she can go to college, and how her father right now, he's constantly having to move because, he can't keep a stable job. It's making it really hard on her. And all this stuff starts tumbling down, crashing down at the end of the episode because the father loses his job. They're going to have to move now, and you have it to where right now she was fired from her work because she got in a little spat with her friend at school that decided to snitch on her and start a rumor, which that's fucking bullshit. That pisses me off. But her friend starts snitching on her because she was staying out late, which causes rumors. And I've seen enough anime and read enough manga to know what that rumor was trying to imply. What they were trying to imply because she was staying out late was most likely she was trying to mess around or do some drugs or whatever. I've seen enough anime and read too many manga to not understand what that means. That was the teacher implying that she's fucking around doing some bad things behind the scenes late at night, and her friends were trying to snitch on her and start these rumors. So most likely some form of jealousy or whatever is going on there with her, friends in school, which I wouldn't even call friends if that was really their tactic, trying to spread rumors amongst everyone. But regardless though, She right now is facing a really big problem. Her life is already pretty much fucked at this moment. I mean, everything she's worked for is pretty much fucked. She's probably not going to get in her school she wants. She's worked so hard to get in college, that's gotten fucked now. She doesn't have a job, so she can't really provide for her family since her father right now just lost his job and they're going to have to move. So she doesn't have a job. She's fucked for her school. And then right now, she realizes that the childhood friend she strives so hard for, why is she doing it for this person, Suzu? I mean, why? I mean, she hasn't seen her in so many years. Why would she even care? So, I mean, all of this, you know, just pounding upon her shoulders just shows you what type of mindset she has right now, and it makes you feel sorry for her. I mean, I know when, you know, Chi and Suzu finally meet up in the future episodes, it's probably not going to be a happy-go-lucky reunion. It's probably going to be very depressing, probably some arguments, depression, stuff like that. It's just going to be something very sad when these two characters finally meet up. But getting into the selector stuff now. So, in the selector realm of the episode, there's pretty much everything we know and come to expect of what we saw from the first episode. We have it to where these coins can be bet on, and they offer up individual powers. And these coins are fucking broken. Like, they're legit broken. I mean, last week's episode, seeing Suzu's coin of how it made you honest and how you started speaking honestly about certain things you couldn't lie, that's powerful, yes. But then we saw some of these other coins, for instance, our main female character, Chi, and her coin, broken as fuck. Even other characters, like cheating, being able to cheat and shit in the middle of a match, broken as fuck. I can't even imagine how powerful some of these coins are with some of these selectors in the future episodes. I mean, if we already see some crazy shit like this, I can't even imagine what some of these other coins could do in the future episodes, in the upcoming final battles. So, yeah, broken. That needs to be fixed. Now, oh yes, you remember when Suzu was having to select a card, like a certain card to select, and we saw one pop up in last week's episode? Apparently, it's some form of RNG system to where you have to choose how many coins you start with. So, you could literally start with like 4 or 5 coins and be completely fine, but you can't, because she chose one, and so it fucked her over completely, and she had an RNG system, because as we see Chi, she starts off with 3 coins, or maybe even 4, instead of what, Suzu started off with. She started off with 1, so she instantly had to get into a battle right at the start, because, if she would have lost, it would have been over for her, so she had to select a battle that she definitely would win. So overall, though, the RNG system could go fuck itself, because I hate RNG. I fucking hate that shit. I mean, it's good at times, but RNG always fucks you over, because, I mean, it always just gives you that big-ass middle finger in any RPG, and that's kind of what it did to Suzu, and, Chi right now, she kind of blew away her RNG, her lucky RNG, because she decided to fuck around for her first 2 matches, so, yeah. Anyways, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. How do you feel about this week's episode of WIXOSS? How do you feel about the character direction that's going on with Chi? Do you feel like she's just going to give up on Suzu? Do you feel like she's going to go into despair? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. You all have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.